Hello everyone, myself Dr. Chudaratnakara AL, working as Assistant Professor in Government Engineering College. I welcome you all to the lecture series on digital image processing as part of 7th semester subject. This video is a part of Learning Management System under Department of Collegiate and Technical Education. In this session, we have the following content. The origins of digital image processing, history of digital image processing, the boom of digital image processing during the last 20 years, digital imaging in terms of electromagnetic spectrum, then some application fields that uses digital image processing along with multiple choice questions. Let us look the origins of digital image processing. The first digital picture was produced in 1921 from a coded tape by a telegraphic printer with special typefaces. This is that image. And this image was first sent by submarine cable between London and New York. They used a specialized printing equipment to code this picture. And this is the first application of digital image which was in newspaper industry. The initial problems in improving the visual quality of these early digital pictures were related to the selection of printing procedures and the distribution of intensity levels. These early problems are terminated in 1921 by using telegraphic receiving terminal. This is the picture which has improvement in tonal quality and resolution, which was taken during 1922 from a tape punched after the signals has crossed Atlantic twice. The early baudline systems were capable of coding images in 5 distinct levels of gray, reduced transmission time to 3 hours from more than 1 week. In 1929, this capability was increased to 15 levels. The figure 2.3 is a type of image that could be obtained using the 15-tone equipment. Improvements in computing technology and onset of the space race led to a surge of work in digital image processing. Digital image processing techniques were used in space missions including Apollo landings. The figure 2.7 shows the first picture of the moon taken by US spacecraft Ranger 7 in July 31st, 1964. During 1970s, digital image processing in medical applications have begun. In 1979, Sir Godfrey N. Hausenfeld and Professor Alan M. Cormack shared the Nobel Prize in Medicine for the invention of tomography. This is that cat slice image. The use of digital image processing techniques have exploded during 1980s in all kinds of tasks, namely artistic effects, medical visualization, industrial inspection, law enforcement, human-computer interfaces, and others. Also, the boom of digital image processing was emerged in the following areas like acquisition, where the digital cameras and scanners, MRI and ultrasounding imaging, infrared and microwave imaging have emerged. In transmission, the internet, satellite, wireless communication technologies, and in storage, CD, DVD, Blu-ray technologies, flash memory. In display, printers, LCD monitor, digital TV, portable DVD players, PDS, cell phones, and so on. Now let us see the electromagnetic spectrum in which the digital image information is recorded. The figure 2.6 shows the electromagnetic spectrum arranged according to the energy per photon ranging from gamma rays to the radio waves. Very importantly, human visual system is limited to visual bands of electromagnetic spectrum, but The image machines covers the entire electromagnetic spectrum ranging from gamma rays to radio waves. Therefore, using human eyes, it is possible to extract visually the information present only in the visible range of the electromagnetic spectrum, but rest of the electromagnetic spectrum can be used for recording the information. Those information recorded in different electromagnetic spectrum can be processed using digital computers to avoid the limitation of human visual system. Now let us see the various fields that uses the different spectrum of the electromagnetic range. Now this particular slide shows the application of visible region of the electromagnetic spectrum, and especially this is the grayscale image recorded in this visible band, and this is the color image recorded in the visible band. And this figure 2.7a is the Taxol, which is an anti-mitotic agent used to treat the cancer. The same visible band can also be used in remote sensing application, where let us observe this figure 2.8, which was the satellite image captured through the Landsat satellite sensor, which is used to obtain and transmit images of the Earth from space for the purpose of monitoring the environmental condition. Very importantly, it uses the visible electromagnetic spectrum range. Here in the figure, this figure 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7 represents the different bands of the visible spectrum, where each one of the band will give you the different informations of the objects present on the Earth's surface. So, and these bands, the 7 bands, we call it as thematic bands. And those thematic bands are shown in this table 2.1. And here the band 1 is the visible blue band with the wavelength 0.452 to 0.52 micrometer. It is basically used to look for the water penetration. Similarly, the band 2 is the visible green band with the 0.52 to 0.6 micrometer. It is used to identify the plant vigor. Similarly, the band 3 is visible red band. It is used for vegetation discrimination. The band 4 is the near infrared band used for biomass and shoreline mapping. Band 5 is the middle infrared band. It is used for moisture content of soil and vegetation understanding. Then the band 6 is the thermal infrared band. It is used to understand the soil moisture and the thermal mapping. The band 7 is the middle infrared band. It is used for mineral mapping. Like this, it is possible for us to understand even in the visible spectrum for various applications, various remote sensing applications. Now let us look for the next electromagnetic spectrum, that is infrared band, where we can use this. Especially this can also be used in satellite images applications, that is called remote sensing applications. And this infrared radiations, it is basically the portion of the electromagnetic spectrum that extends from the visible light range to the microwave range, from visible and between the microwave range. The infrared band operates in the band 10 to 13.4 micrometer, and the images are generated by the infrared imaging system mounted on NOVA satellite. And this is the next spectrum, that is the microwave region of the electromagnetic spectrum, and this is actually the form of electromagnetic radiations with wavelengths ranging from about 1 meter to 1 millimeter. The dominant application of imaging in the microwave band is the radar. The next application is in the radio waves range. It is basically the applications covering MRI and astronomy. The radio wave is the portion of the electromagnetic spectrum at lower frequencies than the microwave. You can observe this is the range of the radio waves. And the major applications of imaging in the radio band are in medicine and astronomy. In medicine, radio waves are used for magnetic resonance imaging. This is such one example of the radio wave band application, that is MRI image of a human of a knee portion, and this is the spinal cord portion. And look at the next band of the electromagnetic spectrum where we can use, that is the ultraviolet band between X-ray and the visible range. Ultraviolet is a form of electromagnetic radiation with a wavelength of 10 to 400 nanometer, which is shorter than that the visible light and longer than the X-rays. And look at this is the example of an image of ultraviolet imaging, and this figure is indicating a normal corn, and this is indicating smut, which is actually a disease cereals which appear in the corn. Let's look for the next application, that is at X-ray band. These X-ray bands are basically used for medical diagnostics. So the X-rays are among the oldest sources of electromagnetic radiation used for imaging that pass through the body and detected to give the two-dimensional representation in terms of images. X-rays are for medical and industrial imaging are generated using an X-ray tube. And such one example of X-ray is, this is the figure 2.13a, where it is the chest X-ray, and 2.13b, which is the CT image of a human head. The next application is in the gamma range. So the gamma rays have the smallest wavelengths and the most energy of any wave in the electromagnetic spectrum. The gamma rays are used to locate sites of bone pathology such as infections or tumors. This is such one example, that is 2.14a is the gamma ray imaging of a bone scan. Similarly, you can also have the astronomical application, that is a Cygnus loop. Okay, so that is the figure from NASA. Let's look for other than the electromagnetic spectrum. It is also possible to have the images which are non-electromagnetic, like ultrasound imaging. It is basically used to determine the health of a unborn baby. Like this, you can use so many sources, varieties of different sources also for imaging and understanding for different applications to solve the problems. Now we have come to the end of this discussion of the topic today. So in order to have the rehearsal, let's focus on some multiple choice questions. First question is, in the visible spectrum, the dash color has the maximum wavelength. Option A, violet. Option B, blue. Option C, red. Option D, yellow. The answer is option C, that is red. Red is towards the right in the electromagnetic spectrum, stored in the increasing order of wavelength. Now let us consider the second question. Wavelength and frequency are related as option A, C equal to wavelength per frequency. B, frequency equal to wavelength divided by C. C, wavelength equal to C times frequency. Option D, C equal to wavelength times frequency. The right answer is option D, that is C is equal to wavelength times frequency. It is usually written as wavelength is equal to C divided by frequency. That means C equal to wavelength times frequency. Third question, which of the following is used for chest and dental scans? Option A, hard X-rays. Option B, soft X-rays. Option C, radio waves. Option D, infrared rays. The right answer is option B, that is soft X-rays, which are used for dental and chest scans. Question number 4. Which of the following is impractical to measure? Option A, frequency. Option B, radiance. Option C, luminance. Option D, brightness. The right answer is option D, that is brightness is subjective descriptor of light perception that is impossible to measure. Question number 5. Tomography is the algorithm that uses images. Option A, edges. Option B, slices. Option C, boundaries. Option D, illumination. The right answer is option B, that is slices. Let's move on with question number 6. Early Bart plane systems were capable of coding image in option A, 2 gray levels, option B, 3 gray levels, option C, 4 gray levels, option D, 5 gray levels. The answer is option D, that is 5 gray levels. Question number 7. Which one is not the source of images? Option A, mechatronic. Option B, acoustic. Option C, ultrasonic. Option D, electronic. The answer is option A, that is mechatronic. Question number 8. Image enhancement and restoration are used to process option A, high resolution images. Option B, degraded images. Option C, high quality images. Option D, brighter images. The right answer is option B, that is degraded images. Question number 9. Which of the following has the maximum frequency? Option A, is it UV rays? Option B, gamma rays. Option C, microwaves. Option D, radio waves. The right answer is option B, that is gamma rays come first in the electromagnetic spectrum, sorted in the decreasing order of frequency. Question number 10. What do you mean by achromatic light? Option A, chromatic light. Option B, monochromatic light. Option C, infrared light. Option D, invisible light. The right answer is option B. Achromatic light is also called monochromatic light. These are some of the references for further reading. And thank you for watching the session. Thank you.